We're in an industrial estate on the northern outskirts of Modena, Italy, on a mission to hear the latest of Danny Bahar, the former Lotus chief forever remembered for launching 5 new sports cars at once, for falling out very publicly with his Malaysian employers, and later for founding an Italy-based vehicle customization business as a way of moving on. Invited to visit the latter, we've been imagining Aries occupying a couple of industrial units in the back blocks, but the reality is an 18,000 sq meter former Fiat Alfa Lancia dealership complete with 3 stories of modern buildings, a showroom and acres of parking and workshop space, plus another 10,000 sq meters of spreading space in reserve, all of it identified by impressive totems bearing Aries script and the ancient Greek god of war's helmet for a logo.
There's irony in both.
When Bahar and a handful of friends sat down to discuss what to do post-Lotus, they soon agreed they had no further appetite for corporate employment. They resolved to start a car customization business in the world headquarters of car craftsmanship, choosing work that would avoid what Bahar now describes as the misery of homologation, using the slings and arrows of recent experience to avoid pitfalls and fighting hard to make it work. Hence the Aries name and helmet.
We gather in a large white showroom labeled Aries Atelier and scattered with modern furniture. On the other side of a covered apron is a line of cars in progress, visible through glass doors.
We linger over coffee until Bahar appears, seemingly no older than he was in 2010, a diminutive figure made larger by the presence he has always carried. He smiles, welcomes us and immediately starts talking business. Aries has been going since 2014, during which time it has improved around 300 vehicles and has established itself as a profitable entity with a £27 million annual turnover and strong prospects.
The requirements of clients are developing as fast as the business itself, he tells us. From initially providing individuals with new trim and body decor for their cars, Aries' work now requires much more specialist design and engineering.
A launch staff of 5 has progressed to 110, most of them engineers or dyed-in-the-wool northern Italian artisans.
In a nutshell, says Bahar, Aries is positioning itself as a concept-to-creation coach building facility, where you, Mr. Well-heeled customer, arrive with a car and idea and then use the in-house creativity of Aries people to turn it into whatever you want.
The only limits are that whatever the company does respects safety and certification. Bahar notes 2 fast-developing trends. One is that unique cars sometimes seem so desirable when finished that there's a demand to progress them into batches of 5 to 15 cars. The other is a fast-expanding desire among classic car owners to maintain the looks of dearly loved cars while equipping them with modern suspensions, brakes, engines, ventilation and connectivity.
It's an accelerating trend, says Bahar.
We're not reinventing the wheel, he says, but this business is leading us to a position we never expected.
We cross the concrete apron and start to walk the production line, if that's the right word for a line of expensive cars that don't move. We tune up on a couple of conventional projects, a Mercedes S-Class and V-Class that are in for wood, leather and connectivity improvements, and then we encounter one of Aries' true stars, a Bentley Brooklyn's 2-long-door coupe that started life as a 4-door Mulsanne saloon and still uses its wheelbase and seating package.
It's beautiful, the more so if you've heard other designers explain how hard it is to make long coupes look right.
Aries has orders for 7 of these, at £640,000 a pop, and may do as many as 15. Suddenly, it's easier to see how a £27 million annual turnover can be earned.
Next up is a massive iteration of the Mercedes G63, reskinned in carbon fiber, which reduces weight by 200 kilograms.
It's called the Aries Design X-Ray and is priced similarly to the Bentley, although when you see it standing there, expensively clad in carbon fiber with its detached dashboard and trim showing the complexity of the interior work to come, the total job seems almost cheap.